Well, hello and welcome back. I've sort of changed a few things around. I'm sorry for putting my hand and everything right in front of you. I'm on a different chair. We had so Victoria changed their rental rules this year, and because we've just renewed our lease, we come under rental rules, which means you have to have an electrician and a plumber. So your electrician has to check all the power points to make sure that they work in the house, all the light switches, the smoke detectors, and the fuse box, make sure everything works there. And he discovered a fault, and the fault actually was in my bedroom behind my big furniture. So everything has been moved out and around, and I just haven't put it back yet. And the plumber's been as well, which I do agree with those changes. So how are you all going? I hope you're all doing well. Hello, Karen. Hello, Totally Clueless. So I just want to start by saying something. I'm going to get serious for a moment. So my channel has blown up. I'm just amazed. It's just blown up, and you always want it to grow, but you've got to be conscious about it going too fast. And so I'm now at that situation where I'm live streaming and I have all these different groups that all have different interests into different things, and I'm trying to accommodate all the groups in the one live stream. And I'm still trying to find my way and my feet, trying to work out how to balance everything together. And so I just ask that I just ask that you just be patient while I sort of just try and navigate through this time and navigate through this growth, because I do appreciate you and I love these times together. And I don't want to turn into one of those creators that turns everybody off. So my emails are always open. I don't always respond all the time properly, but I do read most of them. But I just want to thank you for the support. And let me know if you think that you want more of one content and not more of the other. Let me know. I'm trying to balance it all out because Kelly Jones, I am going to timestamp it. I'm going to timestamp it. That's my plan from now on. I'm going to try and timestamp so that you can find the part that you want. But so what is probably going to happen while I find these, as I find my way through, is that I will try and cover a little bit of everything, because there is stuff that I like to do, and it is mainly Australian stuff because that's what I know. So thank you all for your support, because I really do appreciate it. And hello. All right, so everyone's just coming in. So everyone's been coming in, so I just want to thank you. So Christoph always says, I personally would want less KJ, but timestamps are great. I mean, if you're happy with the type of content, for me, I like intelligent stuff. The type of stuff that we've been talking about, freedom of the press, even politics. That's the type of the stuff that I like. Story, you had to just, Dom, me just saying that I'm just trying to navigate my way through the growth of the channel and new people coming into our community. So that's what I'm being told. It's actually like I had a really unsettled sleep last night because it was really bothering me. So I thought if I just lay it all on the table, as you know, I'm pretty open and honest, and I always tell you what's up. So if I just lay it on the table to say, look, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to sort this out. I will try and navigate my way through, and we'll see. Second, the departure from KJ. Aussie Base Earth 2 is talking about suing YouTubers for speaking out. Oh, wow. See, I don't know any of this. So anyway, so if you're prepared to journey with me, then we're going to have some fun. We'll figure it out. I mean, let's just say when I started the channel, I had no idea what I was doing. And I still don't know. I still feel that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my content is. I just go with the flow. I'm go with the flow, Joe. Oh, you're suiting. I need to look that up. So let me start with now that we've got the laughter happening. Let me just say, a few years ago, hello, honey. Hi, here for the Friendly Jordies content, but I was looking for some intelligent opinions on Creep Show situation and found them here too. Cool. Do any of us know what we are doing? Yeah. Cool. And that's what I want you to do, Sarah. That's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me. If at all, if there is a problem, I want you to tell me. And that's really what the most important thing is. Message me and let me know. But I am going to be talking about Katie Joy. I am going to be talking about a little bit of Friendly Jordies. I am going to be talking about some COVID stuff. I am going to be talking about Tati, Westbrook, and I've got to talk about Creep Show because Katie Joy goes on the Creep Show train today. It was really bizarre, and she only did one recorded video today, no live videos. But she also has gone on a copyright strike spree, and I don't know why. So I had a few messages from people telling me, oh, she might strike your channel, and I just said, bring it on. I'll just engage Christian Porter's lawyer, shall I? Tanya says she's not bothered for what we talk about. And that's what I want. And I don't want to lose that sense of community. That this community is really, really important. And one of the things that I worry about, particularly with growth, is that we lose that community. But I really want to keep that sense of community. So I think we can do it all together. But yeah, just let me know if there's any problem. Please contact me. And Nightbot's been behaving as well the last couple of days. There's not been anyone kicked out for 2 days. So, yeah. So there's a lot of madness going on. So let's start with the first little bit of madness. So I told you, a week or so ago that when Victoria went into lockdown, she did 6 strikes today. She struck 6 times. Well, thank you, Graham. So a couple of weeks ago, Victoria was in lockdown, and a couple decided to leave Victoria and toddle off to Queensland, and they took the virus with them to Queensland. Now, Peter. All right. So it's been released that the couple who tested positive, so there were fines. Now it says that the police fined the pair $4,003 each for allegedly lying on their COVID border pass before testing positive. Now what I want to know, and I cannot find the answer, is what the $3 is for. Why is it $4,003? It says that they were fined more than $4,000, but it was actually $4,003. So they travelled to Queensland via Goondiwindi, and on June 5, after being in Victoria, they entered the state when when Victoria was in lockdown. They deliberately provided false information on their border pass. Yes, we need to fill out border passes to go. You know what? We actually don't generally have disagreements. We do disagree, but we've never had We've never had people leave as such. Like, we sort everything out. Yeah, stamps. So authorities were later to the pair after the woman 44 tested positive to coronavirus on June 9th. The man also tested positive for the following day. They were interviewed at hospital. Anyway, they were issued with a $4,003 fine for failing to comply. The fines came as police investigated 29. This is also interesting, and this is also a Victorian. The fines came as police investigated a 29-year-old man who allegedly tried to escape hotel quarantine in Cairns by scaling the building. This is the hotel. He tried to climb up. He tried to escape through Police said the man arrived from Victoria this morning and went straight into quarantine at Pacific Hotel before allegedly climbing over the balcony at 11 a.m. and injuring himself. Whoa, serves himself right. Yeah, we just got started. Serves himself right, eh? The Chief Health Officer, Dr. Jeanette Young, said the man was now in hospital after falling, suffering minor leg injuries. A gentleman did try to climb out of the balcony they were on and then fell and was taken to the Cairns-based hospital. Hey, it's the important question, short order cook. What's the $3 for? So I don't know what the $3 is for. Why for the inept Spider-Man? I mean, why is the question? Why? Why would you bother? I'm actually surprised that they actually have doors that open in Queensland, because I believe in Victoria they can't go outside. We'd lock them in. He's going to be stuck there. He's going to have to delivery fee to a hospital. So anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. I really tell them about papers to move freely? Yeah. I know, I've had to turn slow mode on because I can't deal with it. Anyway, yes, so they've been fined $4,003 for falsely filling out their water papers, their declaration pass. And then we've got a man that's fallen out the window trying to escape. What an idiot. I tell you. Oh, so I thought that would be, that's just to set the mood. And I forgot to write down the timestamp for that one, but I'll find it. Oh, really? Oh, hello, Tiger Lily. Hello, Tiger Lily. Thank you. So anyway, that is that. So let's get on to what are people thinking? I don't know, Karen. I really don't know. I just thought it was hilarious, and I thought that would be a good story just to lighten the mood. What my morning upload hit? Wow. So, Tati's back. Tati Westbrook is back. Has everybody seen the video? Now, the thing about this, if you haven't seen it, it's particularly for those of you that followed the lawsuit Without a Crystal Ball and the Westbrooks. What I found from this is that everything everybody was wishing that would happen to Katie Joy actually happened to Tati. She talks about being in a bad place. They had to sell their home, their marriage. They had to they separated at one point. They've had to refocus on things. Now they've sorted out. They're back together and they're very, very happy. And she's had to take that space. Hello, Gail. So the thing about her being back is great, but I just feel really bad about the stress. And she also got harassments and death threats and all sorts of things, horrible things sent to her as well. And that stress took a toll, and she said they had to take a break from each other. So they've had to downsize their apartment because of the stress. She does, watch Tati. She did sort of allude. She didn't necessarily say someone's name, but she did refer to them as a drama channel. And she, hello, Gail. Hello, Plan to Create. I don't know if I said hello to you. Hello, Bo. I've got slow mode on just so that I can try and keep up with all the chat because I missed quite a bit last night, so I'm just trying to keep it all up. So Tati is back. So it's interesting that James was more of the aggressor in the case. He was, wasn't he? Yeah. It's kind of funny to kind of an end round and a dig about a lot of talk about faith and praying. I'm sure it really set Miss Atheist off. Or she also, had a dig at the tarot channels, and some are not very happy about that. Yeah. Well, I hope they respect that as well. She said she doesn't want that. But your fingers won't work, Gail. Well, that's all right. We were talking about the guy that tried to climb out of quarantine hotel today in Queensland. That was funny. And so she did say that all of those allegations and all of that took a toll. But doesn't she look beautiful? I mean, I know she hasn't been on the internet for a year, but she just looks flawless. We're talking about Tati Westbrook, who is a beauty influencer. She has just had a settlement of a lawsuit with a YouTube creator that we're going to have a look at in a minute. I don't have any live videos for you, so I can't give that to you. She didn't go live today, and she did one video from what I can find. But I have to tell you, my interest in Katie Joy has sort of waned a little bit. I got bigger fish to fry. Tati, did take look the way that I really you're gonna buy some Halo Beauty makeup. So she looked so much better than her last video. So somebody has been on Twitter today tweeting the whole day. I think it's been 12 months. So for those of you that haven't experienced Without a Crystal Ball Katie Joy, buckle down and put your seatbelt on. She got rid of it. She deleted it. Because I'm just looking at Katie Joy's Twitter account and there's some tweets missing. There's some tweets missing. I need to just send them to my computer. See, I'm not organised. I thought I was better organised than this. The other thing is that if you watched it from Aussie, she's been struck 6 times by Katie Joy. 6 times. Yeah, I'm just looking at her Twitter now, and it's obviously been deleted because it's not here. You know what's to show you, but what did we discuss in our stream last night? Going to watch Q Into the Storm, conspiracy theory about Q and oh, last night. She was too busy. Yes, the one about Tati's gone. Yeah. Yeah, the one about, so this is the, so she had, here it is. Let me just pull this up. I'm just going to pull this down. I'm just going to show you the tweet because I did get it. I think I got it. Oh, yeah, here we go. And it's gone. Bang, it's gone. And for those of you that don't know Katie Joy, this is behaviour that is usual. That's why you have to screenshot everything. This is why everybody screenshots everything. I'm breaking up again, am I? You are breaking up a bit. Okay. Yeah, my internet's gone stupid again. So she says, super proud of Tati Westbrook for coming back. I truly hope everything works out for her. Someone says she talked about you a few times in the video. Is your guys' case settled in court? Yes, we are fully settled. Everything is super good and everyone is happy with the results. I truly wish her the best. Oh, I can't see it, Ali. Yeah. So that's what she said. You know what? I'm probably going to have to go have another COVID test as well because I can't shake the cold, whatever I've got. And they won't treat you with, the doctors won't see you unless you've had a COVID test. And I'm about to have my 3rd one. So anyway. Maybe it's in a different spot. Because I can find all the other stuff. Yeah, super good. I know, they're super good. All right. So then she obviously hasn't got enough views on her. No, the house is new. Can we just get KJ just call out Bruz and let him sue her? Now, that would be interesting. That's how I'll know that she's watched the channel if she starts talking about Bruz. And if she calls him Bruz, we know. So she says, this is not okay. Speaking out about Clip Show cancelling me. Trying to cancel, yet here you are. And where is she? But the stuff she said about KJ are true. Also, I know KJ keeps lying about not calling Sophie a brat, and Creepshow called her out on that. But there's evidence she did. Want to see proof? See Renelle Smith on YouTube. She put a clip of Katie saying it in her videos yesterday. I agree. Katie hasn't always been right. Far from it. A lot of what Shannon said is accurate. That's not changed. However, that doesn't change the fact that Creepshow has screwed up big time, and Katie is still here. Hello, David. You think KJ and Bruz should get together? Oh, Gail, that was the whole day. Yeah, I'm totally clueless. I'm not going to spend all my time speaking about her. I've decided that we've got to really just talk about intelligent stuff. So someone says, going to start watching Q Into the Storm. Conspiracy theories like QAnon is an example of how dishonest creators can exist on YouTube and social media. Anyone can create a lie. If enough people believe it, the lie becomes a truth to some, even though it's false. Katie Joy, I am one of your biggest fans. I enjoy your commentary on various topics. Keep it up. You're doing a good job. I'm watching it now too. Crazy. When I read your wisdom, I get stronger. Keep it coming, Katie Joy. Bros and KJ could have a cage match. Just like the lies Katie tells her subs, like one of them saying she never called Sophie a brat. YouTuber Renelle Smith put proof on her video yesterday. Can't deny it now. Zag is one of her biggest fans. Yes, and she called her out, I believe. So for those of you that are here for the Friendly Jordies stuff, we'll get back to Friendly Jordies. We'll get to Friendly Jordies soon. I close the tabs as I finish, so... All right, here we go. When I stumbled upon Locale about Shannon, I was not searching for her name. I didn't care. I was searching for evidence. Oh, I don't know. Sorry. This is a 25 thing post. All right. One of Creepshow lied that I doxed her. One of the claims that Creepshow levied against me and that led me to being harassed was that I doxed her. I realized to some this is old tea, but I always knew she was lying because her name had been shared so much online. When I stumbled upon the locale about Shannon, I was not searching her name. I didn't care. I was searching for evidence that she falsely accused others of crimes they didn't commit. Dramatic reading? Okay. I found a variety of creators that accused her of lying. The tweets were archived there. I began looking at her after she made a video about me stating as fact that I took out a restraining order against another creator for talking about her. This claim was 100% false. I sent her an email explaining this to her. The top part of the email is the top part of the email. Hey, at least you're not listening to her read it. So she wrote, please remove the video about me. Good afternoon. I am working with my YouTube manager to try and resolve this issue that is occurring between us. And he asked me to reach out to you privately. The video you made about me last week contains information that is false. While I understand you provided your opinions about me, there are many misleading statements about me in the video that have caused a series of copycat videos by other creators you are connected to. Most importantly, there is a dangerous accusation that I committed perjury by taking out a restraining order against another creator for simply talking about me. There is also an insinuation that I falsely accused somebody of sexual harassment, which is not true. There are court documents and mountains of evidence that proved what happened to me. A judge in my state agreed with me. The RO was only dropped because of the other pending litigation and can be refiled at any time if it does not stop. All right. All right. I received a restraining order against the individual who I am not naming. The judge ordered a TRO after he reviewed all the evidence. Here is the order granted with the name redacted. It was in effect for 2 years. But I believe that it was settled before it even got... I thought it was dismissed without prejudice. Apparently that's what... I don't know. No, it won't even open for me. Oh, and here we go. Will it open for me? No. Not even Twitter likes it. Yeah, that's right. That happened after the docs. You're correct. Right. So we're up to 3. So I can't. It won't let me show that. Shannon refused to remove the video and continued to taunt me on Twitter. She subtweeted at me and accused me of tweeting at her, even though these were fake accounts impersonating me. She admitted the fake accounts in her name were doing the same. Katie, I never tweeted at you, and it was a troll using an account similar to mine. I tried to tell you this. I am more than aware that there were fake accounts of you. I noted them, but you also tweeted at me at the same time. I know this because there are records of this. Sorry, restream. Oh, I missed. Oh, I don't know. I've lost something. Have I missed something? Oh. On November 9, Creepshow Art accused me in her thumbnail and title of doxing people. I had not doxed anyone. She then admitted that only the person that could dox herself was her. She admitted she'd doxed herself in the past. Hey, can someone tell me who, besides myself, I have doxed? Because that's never happened. Plenty of valid reasons to hate me, but this isn't one of them. KJ Dirty deleted this. Thank you, Bo. The day upload, so up to 7 of 25. No wonder there was no work done today. The day Creepshow uploaded her video of me, that received 500,000 views. I just want to say to WOACB, good luck, dude. My video is 45 minutes. My dudes, I've been working all day on this video, so tomorrow, without a crystal ball, it's happening. It'll be live on Patreon tonight for real. I say cancelled in my video. How? I don't know, but I did it. There is no sound in cancelled, but you girl, yeah, you can read the naughty words. Oops. All right. So the day Creepshow uploaded her video that received over 500,000 views and accused me of a variety of crimes. She taunted me by saying she was cancelling me. And good luck, dude. A day or two later, I was researching Creepshow Art to do a response video. I Googled Creepshow Art and locale page popped up. She hasn't, has she? I clicked the page and noticed tweets of other creators accusing her of lying. Restream's me, in case you're wondering. So let's have a look. So yes, I did she did do a video after she was doxed. All right, so that's that one that she's sharing, and then I don't know whether there's information here that's going to be seen. After I found this link, instead of saving the screenshots, I shared the link in a Discord. As I was working with a few others on videos, I failed to see it. At the top was her name listed on the locale page, then accused of doxing. However, I knew that I had not doxed her because I noted that her Wikitribia page contained her full name on it. I discovered this page the same time I found the locale page. She hasn't just put all that information there. The edit history shows Shannon's name was uploaded on the 19th of August, 2020. She just hasn't done that, has she? Yes, she has. Why am I asking? Why am I asking? Oh. Hey, it showed Periscope. Yeah, so I've got it live streaming to Twitter as well. Creepshow's Art's name was updated after Shannon publicly tweeted her name while taunting another creator. The tweet went out on the 16th of August 2020. The post was to someone named Jessie and related to a drama related to Jon Snow. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that it had her name in it. I cannot believe that. No way. I cannot believe she's done this. I'm shocked that she's... Oh, no, I'm not. I haven't doxed... So I haven't doxed you, but I'm going to do it now, hey? Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to pull this. What are you making of all of this, everybody? This is just doing my head in. You and me both, Sarah loves donuts. You're lost? So my thing is, I cannot believe she's doing this big Twitter rant about Creepshow. She is going out. She is going all out. Oh, it's making me sign in now. And okay, she may have said I haven't doxed her, but she's now. I can't believe it. Back to reading medical journals. It's less confusing, says John. I'm sorry, we'll get to more interesting stuff later, but I know that for some of you, you've just joined, like you're just joining this saga, and this is the fun. No, we just cannot work it out. Seriously. So she says, I haven't doxed her, but guess what? I'm going to dox her now. Okay. You're joking. All right. Well, yeah, I haven't doxed her, but I am now. I don't approve it. So there we go. I replied, I looked further into the web archives of her Twitter and found that in May 2020, Shannon admitted to doxing herself while sending money to someone with her PayPal. She updated her header name to be something like soup. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too, Christoph Fan always, because if people want me to ditch Katie Joy, we can ditch her. So on May 13, 2020, allegedly Angelo tweeted at Shannon a meme with her name listed. Shannon retweeted this message she received. Why on earth? For several months, Shannon repeatedly accused people of doxing her while also sharing her name on Twitter, changing her header, her name, used doxing as a weapon against her targets. I'm going to show you that. Oh, yes, sure, order cook. When Shannon accused me, she then shared a screenshot claiming that not only had a dox, so there we go, not only had doxed her, but I was passing around her address even in a group. This was from a sock puppet. She shared the screenshot even though it was obviously fake and not verified. A few days later, Creepshow R updated her community tab and thanked her fans for the support after she had been doxed. She then accused my fans, you don't have fans, Katie Joy. You're not a rock star. Fans for this, accused my fans of leaking more of her information when only a few days before she blamed me for passing around. So she hit 343,000. She said, but I also deleted my Twitter because I was flooded with messages, mostly with people who were trying to be kind and share with me more of my information being leaked. But straight up, it had just got to the point where I just said whatever and hit deactivate. I'll be back at some point. Where does that say that it was her fans? When her account was suspended by Twitter, up to 17, by the way, for an unknown reason, Creepshow posted anonymously on Locale that she deactivated because of my fans. Yeah, I think I might name the sock puppet ScoMo. I think so. Because of my fans, this is the same page I shared in Discord that she was using as an excuse to claim that I doxed her. The same day, who has time to do this? The same day, she was publicly claiming to be terrified because I doxed her by sharing a link to Locale. She posted on the site accusing a creator of self-power. Later that same day, she doubled down, posted on Locale. She went for Twitter to tag an account that wasn't me to try to report me to YouTube for doxing her. She uploaded a video of an email I sent to her where my full email address was visible on the video. Video coming. I'd love to talk to someone at YouTube about Without a Crystal Ball, not only doxing me, but admitting to doing so in an email that had her YouTube content manager CC'd on it. If anyone has direct contact, let me know. Shannon shared the video to her audience. She accused me in this video of threatening and doxing her. In the same video, my full email was shared without my consent. I told her she did not have my permission. Not only did she share my email, but my full email address. What? Oh, dear me. The sentence that Katie Joy has neglected to add is that her email address was in her info tab. Next, Shannon then said, I filed a privacy strike. I did file the complaint. Oh, yes! It was not due to the email being shared. It was that she published my full email without permission. I indicated in my email if she shared it, YouTube could view this as harassment. And don't forget, she had that competition where she was giving out her email address. Katie put a privacy strike on my video because, get this, I showed her email address, which is publicly displayed on her YouTube channel. Bless her heart. It was. There it is. That was her YouTube channel. How can it be a privacy strike when it's on your YouTube channel page? A privacy complaint is not a strike. It is a request filed by someone to request the video creator to remove the private information from the video. In retaliation, Creepshow shared the full email with multiple creators who then published the email. The full email is still out there and her video was not struck. Well, obviously, YouTube didn't think it was a privacy strike. Nor did she receive any penalty for this claim. I withdrew the request after so many creators published the email. It didn't stop her from continuing to target me. We're up to 24 of 25, so we're nearly done, people. I am not perfect. I am not perfect. I made tons of mistakes last fall. I have worked so hard to improve myself and to do better. My content has improved, and I've altered my approach. But Creepshow's lasting lies about me continue to linger. I am sharing now because I've had evidence the whole time that I didn't dox her, but I never felt safe to share it because of her weaponizing her audience against me. I've had more people come forward and speak out about their experiences too. There we go. So it looks like she single-handedly damaged a lot of people by exploiting her platform and lying to her fans. You should bring Emily on your channel. Emily wants zero to do with Katie. She has made it quite clear. This is getting more excessive, not normal at all. I would recommend tweet longer next time. All right. It is wild that these sick people have been doing this to you. You certainly don't deserve any of this. I stumbled upon you looking for Josh Duggan news, and I saw these strange accounts harassing you, and I hope you know that normal people, like myself, do not look at their behaviour and think poorly of you. Their behaviour is a reflection of no one else but them. Seeing their attempts to harass you only made me a fan of yours. I have been watching for the last few weeks, and it's very impressive how you've taken the high road. I also think what they've been doing to you is criminal, and you are a victim of crime. You should be proud of how you've handled this, and you deserve a lot of self-care. What happened to you shouldn't happen to anyone. I'm sorry you've been mistreated. I can't imagine the pain and misery that a person must be living in order to behave the way they have. Their pain and anger is projected out onto any target they find because it's too much for anyone to hold. I hope they get what they deserve. Joe's dramatic reading. So there you go. So there you go. That is the long Twitter post about Creepshow. Oh. Wasn't there something to do with Angelica Oles as well? Wasn't there something to do? I don't know. She struck a whole politics. Hello, Scarlett. Dramatic reading for the win. Yeah, well, sometimes that's the only way I can handle the content. Sometimes, Scarlett. And that's the end of the story. But it's not the end of the tweets. All right. So now we're on to somebody else. All right. So then we get super proud of Tati Westbrook for coming back. Glad she's back. I truly hope everything works out for her. That's so it was there. It was. Josh Duggar asks judge to delay his trial for next year. I believe. Well, I'm not surprised. They usually do ask for a delay. Josh Duggar wants over 6 months for a continuance for his trial. Do you think that Rebers knew that Josh would be shacking up with him for 9 months before his trial? If I were them, I'd ask the court to take him back. I always thought it was funny when people said I didn't interview Micah Staffer's friends or neighbours. I did. They came to me. I don't know why people think I'd still make that up. Oh, I don't know, Gail. I love this. Juneteenth, the 12th federal holiday commemorating the end of slavery. My biggest flex is that I left my corporate job to stay at home and be with my son, and turned my blogging hobby into a business. Being home and available for my son while working my dream job, yes, I'll flex that. Zag says, great flex. I mean, I can silly say these kind of things. I think I truly deserves to be flexed. Unlike all those, I purchased a 99k bag, my CC custom luxury car that is all around YouTube. Congratulations, Katie. Happy for you. Well, I want to know how Katie Joy feels about my channel growth without focusing on her. I'm surprised she hasn't jumped onto the Bruds stuff yet. Now, this is interesting. I watched someone in a video today say they get enraged when they watch me. They said that everything I do bothers them. That's so intense, man. I hope that person finds something else to watch while I bother them so much. I never understand why people watch and follow something and complain. The solution is simple. Don't watch if you don't like it, and let the ones who do enjoy it. But Katie says all the time, I don't watch videos about me. My takeaway is, why lie? She's always complaining, issuing copyright strikes that never pan out, but she doesn't watch videos made about her. She needs to take her own advice. She got caught in another lie. I just don't understand why she lies about everything. We already know she's online 16 hours a day because she accidentally showed us So you know she's watching every video made about her. I just don't get it. I get to spend limited time on the internet. I spend it talking, watching, doing things I love. Why would you waste so much time on hate? We're not talking a few comments or supporting someone we do like. This is what they spend their time on. It's weird. But here, she's doing the same thing. She doesn't watch other creators, though, especially doesn't discuss them. So she's got here, sorry, I'm watching this video and live reacting. I'm so heated watching this because I know him. He's so fake. He's such a clout chaser. He will dump whoever has less clout. So that's what she did that. The anniversary of what, B? Oh, is that the sun? I don't know. All right. So, honestly, I keep finding more examples of creep show art deflecting her behavior on me. Here, she accused me or someone working for me of creating sock puppets in her name to harass people. I do not have sock puppets at all, but Shannon does. During a video about Reality Steve, Creepshow bragged about how easy it is to create fake emails and spam them out. She also mentioned you can make emails that disappear in 10 minutes. We've received hundreds of fake emails spammed to us for months. We've had some disappear. Don't forget that email she got from Bruce. Bruce, who gave her the tip about the the lawsuit. Such confidence. Imagine what she could have done had she used her powers for good. How does she even know it's her? Creepshow is horrible, but Katie's 100% sure it's Creepshow. I think not. That would be interesting, Gail. But I mean, it's very foolish pulling out these allegations. Anyway, I haven't checked in with Jimmy Snow in a long time. I can't believe he's literally ripping off the Colbert Report. Is this new? You all had so much tea about who Jimmy Snow really is. I knew him before he blew up, let's just say. It's all about KJ, folks. Do go on, friend. Oh. Hey, my life is boring too, Dom. There's a vet tech and a cat sanctuary. We'll see. A vet tech and a cat sanctuary is all. I would be very happy. All right. Then she says, Jimmy Snow and I used to do segments on a channel together. This man is so fake. He will do anything for money. He once bragged about how much money he made. He also ran away from a dumpster fire and allowed me to be hung to dry and refused to publicly state I wasn't involved. He literally watched me get stalked, harassed, berated, and beaten down by people who were formerly connected to. He tried to silence me when I spoke out against his former friend. In my opinion, he's not a good friend. He's a fake and only cares about his clout. It does not surprise me that he would drag Rachel Oates while defending Gabby Hanna. In my opinion, Jimmy Snow is only doing this because his channel is suffering. Jimmy doesn't want drama. Yeah, right. He loves drama and loves to hang his friends out to dry. The next target's his plan to create. You just wait until someone gets brought up so you can talk about them. What a sad life. Trying to say she wasn't involved in a dumpster fire and was stalked, harassed, and beaten down. She was the harasser. This is what she's talking about. And she was the instigator. This guy was just sticking up for himself. But there's no Duggar news. That is true. All right. So Jimmy Snow defending Gabby Hanna is predictable. Great. I know this man. He will defend anyone he can get clout from. Gabby has more clout than Rachel. Rachel getting hung out to dry and berated by Jimmy is what he does. I'm sorry, I'm watching his video and live reacting. I'm so heated watching this because I know him. He's so fake. He's a clout chaser and will dump whoever had less clout. Zag. Not impatient, sassy. But I'll get to that. I watched someone in a video today say they get enraged when they watch me. They said that everything I do bothers them. That's so intense, man. I hope that person finds something else to watch since I bother them so much. Didn't you post this just hours ago? Ironic? No? Oh, Zag is in trouble. The amount of time this woman spends on the internet. What? Since the Tati lawsuit has been settled, you make yourself relevant by sticking your nose into other creative drama and make it about you. So much for choosing the path to happiness. Her desire to be relevant is so immense that she ends up looking desperate, cantankerous, deceitful, to name a few. Hopefully her family will intervene one day. So Zag just used her own words against her. Right, so there's that one. I'm trying to find out why the peanut gallery got taken down, and I don't know. I can try and find out. Really, we're onto this again? Oh, no, that's the one of 25. I'm not reading that again. All right, that's it. She pinned that. So that was all. That was her Twitter. Guys. We survived. Stickers for all. We survived. All right. Yeah, I don't know why. All right. So, all things sassy. 1 hour. And I'll make it 1 hour 40. All things sassy got copyright struck. So this is what she tweeted. This is what All Things Sassy tweeted today. Catherine Paulson's at it again. She struck 2 videos on my channel. Make sure you RT, as this is clear. She doesn't want these videos to be seen. I'll be uploading them here. I am not scared of you, KJ. So it says this video is no longer available due to a copyright strike by Catherine Paulson. Why? Here's a question for you. Why would it be Catherine Paulson and not Without a Crystal Ball? Because isn't that her brand? She's ended up with 6 strikes. Due to a copyright takedown that we've received, we've had to take down your video. This means your video can no longer be played on YouTube. You receive a copyright strike. So what's happened now is she's now had 6 copyright strikes. She's not, is she? No, I didn't see that. Did she give Maguire the flick? Will I feel the love? Yeah, so she's copyright struck 6 of the videos. But what's All Things Sassy shared this, and this is hilarious because this video, she's copyright, and this is what's going to get Katie into trouble. And if you're watching Katie, you're going to, this video, WOACB strikes again, Katie Joy abuses the system, is not even her video. So this is an Instagram live, and this is an Instagram live, but this is a video that Sassy put together. Gail, that's what I thought. I thought only a channel. So, because it says, and there's her email address. Yes, I thought only a channel could issue the notice. I didn't know a person could. Actually, I'll have to get that. I'll have to let Sassy know that, because that might be her out. So, so she's ended up with 6. So she said, Catherine Paulson from WA doesn't want her subs to see how she contradicts herself and lies. She's striking videos again. Why would you be scared of your own words? So she's put on some clips, because she knows now she's struck 4. She's sitting scrubbing my channel right now. She just struck the last upload, which is not her video. Catherine Paulson's not a channel. First off, and then she's called her names or something. She's trying to dox all things sassy. And then please swipe up and follow me on Twitter to read the whole thread. But she's doxed herself. All things sassy is her name. So yes, so she's been doxed. She's been copyright struck 6 times today. So it's bizarre behaviour. The All Things Sassy channel. The thing is, particularly the one where the video that's not even hers, she technically could get in trouble for that because that could be classed as a false strike. So anyway, yeah. So that is what's happening, and I don't like it. And as I said, I've had people contact me and warn me about it, and I think I'm okay, but bring it on because So anyway. It's just really bizarre behaviour. And like she only posted 3 or 4 Instagram, but I mean they were sermons. She only did 4 Instagram posts today, and 1 video, and she spent most of her day on Twitter and looking up creepshow art. So you'll have to add a YouTube attorney to the team. She'll have to. Oh no, she learnt so much out of her lawsuit. She's the attorney now. Look, how can she slam me? I spend very little of my lives now even talking about her. The other thing is that it takes me hours to get through one of her videos because I talk so much. So, hey, Tim. But look, I will ride that storm when it comes, Gail, if she decides to. Oh, look, I always talk too much. You shouldn't know that. And if you're watching Katie Joy, if you really want to get off the Duggar train, you need to look at FriendlyJorides because this is like bigger than Duggars. I'm sorry. Anyway, here's an update for you. I got an update for you. Jurisdiction. Well, that's right. The former top prosecutor from New South Wales has questioned and has criticised the arrest. So the former New South Wales Director of Public Prosecution, Nicholas Cowdery, has questioned the use of the Fixated Persons Unit. To arrest Christo. The New South Wales Police were criticised this week for arresting and charging Christo with the stalking. Braz has been a frequent target of FriendlyJorides, which has accused him of corruption and mocked his Italian heritage in a series of videos, prompting the Deputy Premier to launch defamation proceedings. Lenker's arrest, prompted by brother's complaints to police constituted dramatic escalation. He was arrested by the Fixated Persons Unit, which was set up in 2017 to target dangerous lone actors or fixated persons who pose a serious risk of violence but do not fall under Australia's counter-terrorism laws. And, of course, Christo fits under that, doesn't he? Really? A serious risk of violence? Cowdery, the state's top prosecutor until 2011, said it appeared Lanka matter did not fit within that purpose. On its face, it does not seem to be a case for which the Fixated Persons Unit was established, he said. As the Guardian reported in 2017, the Commissioner had said that it was a new unit aimed at countering lone wolf attacks from fixated people who may be vulnerable to extremist groups. The objective is to target possible terrorism, and that doesn't seem to be the threat in this case. Cowdery is not the only figure to raise questions. The Griffith University criminologist Kieran Hardy said the case would raise questions around what constitutes a fixated person and when the use of this unit is appropriate. At trial, the issue will be whether the charges of stalking and intimidation can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, but the case may also set a precedent about what is fixated behaviour and an appropriate use of the FPIU. If that bar is set too low, there will be a serious risk to free speech and democracy. Of course, everything will turn on the evidence at trial, so we should watch this case closely. Writing for Crikey, the Mark Lawyers managing partner Michael Bradley said the unit had overreached. What is it about Lanka's action that could, on any basis, bring him within the definition of a fixated person? If he's fixated on John Barilaro, it's Shanks, a bit only in the sense that he clearly thinks Braz is a fair target for, vituperative, VITUPERATIV. And criticisms and allegations of wrongdoings in the execution of his office of high public office, free press. New South Wales Police told The Guardian that a fixated person was defined as anyone who has an obsessive preoccupation pursued to an excessive or irrational degree with a range of individuals, including public office holders. That could be anybody. That could be anybody. Like, anybody could now say, I've got a fixated person. Well, you know what, John Fox? I would love for that to happen. And tell me, how did she get an Order of Australia? Can someone tell me that? How? I was going to call her a name. I'm not name calling. How does she get an Order of Australia? Someone tell me that. Lanka's charges stalking or intimidation with the intent to cause the person fear of physical or mental harm. Bruz. I just saw Peter's thing. Don't forget to don't be a Peter. the most undeserved OA. Well, didn't Prince Philip get knighted? Prince Philip was knighted by Tony Abbott. Anyway, so it carries a penalty of 5 years imprisonment. So then they're talking. So they talk about the two instances. The two instances of the stalking. It says the two charges relate to separate incidents. The first occurred at Macquarie University Politics in the pub event, where Friendly Jordies presented Jordan Shanks and Lanka turned up to film Barolaro and asked Deputy Premier why they were being sued. Shanks was dressed as Luigi. Police alleged that Lanka stayed after Shanks left and tussled with individuals to get closer to Braz. The second occurred earlier this month. Police alleged Lanka approached the Deputy Premier near his car. Braz had just been at a state funeral for the rugby league legend Bob Fulton. Vision of the incident shows Lanka attempting to return legal documents to Braz while filming him. Police allege Lanka followed the Deputy Premier for 200 metres and repeatedly asked him why he was suing Friendly Jordies round in his car as he drove away. Lanka's lawyers strongly dispute this and say it does not accord with the vision. Meanwhile, a Facebook supporters group for Friendly Jordies, named the Common Sense Brigade, was taken down. Facebook said the suspension was due to repeated breaches of its community standards and not related to other legal proceedings. This group was removed from Facebook as the admins repeatedly proved posts that violate our community standards, the spokesman said. A moderator for the group, Joseph Morrison, said the content was generally satirical in nature. We are very unclear about the violations of community standards, he said. So there you go. So now people, so if this was to go, let's just say, because this will be a criminal trial. So if you've got the person that used to be Dictator Dan's still up, but that's okay. I don't know. Does that work? Does the Discord command work? I don't know. Let me have a look. No, I don't think that one works. I'm just going to do this, see if this works. See if it picks me a winner. Oh, and the winner is, look. Oh, wow, look. Cool. Yay! Oh, you got called out, Jenna. Yes, so I can do random draws. What's that mean? I don't know what that it meant. I did a thing called winner. Well, it's funny because you're actually a member, so it says that. I don't know why it said that. It's interesting. It just picked at random names. I know you subscribe, Jenna. You're also a member. I don't know what that means. How that human is still being paid to stay at home for 100. Oh, Graham. He's back at work next week. So I can do that. So I'm going to try it again. So there's some commands. So let's have a look. Roll it. It's going to roll it. Woohoo. Oh, Graham. Yay. So that would be Graham, would one. Jenna sued a Nightbot for false information. So yeah, so you can do giveaways. So when I do when I hit 2,000, I can actually do a giveaway. And Nightbot will do it for me. So you just got to hit winner. I just would do winner. Now, let's have another. Oh, I can do this one. Wait on. funny. Does not command that command. But it says I can. Plot twist, Nightbot is KJ throwing out the information. Apparently I can set up a game. So that's going to be interesting. But I don't know what that is. You win a new car. Oh, dear. Oh, anyway. So, with what I discovered today in the filing or in the orders that the justice made, it looks like that it is going to be open to the public. The defamation bar. So that's how she did it. I think oh, ballistic. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's good. So what else have I got you? What else have I got for you today? Oh, I know what I'll do for you. Dyer. So there was another one. So you've heard me. I had to go home would be nice. Where's home? All right. So this on the 11th of June. So this is Dyer versus Chrysanthou. This is the judgment. Now, so this is the case where Christian Porter's barrister was determined to have a conflict of interest in his defamation proceedings, and it was after that judgment that he went into mediation. But this is the judgment. This was about costs. This is where this is where your love for your doggy. How much does it cost to join, Mr. Obvious? 99 cents US, which is about $1.47 Australian a month. But it varies. Hey, Poppy Seeds. Is Poppy here? I haven't seen her. Poppy's got hello, Poppy Seeds. Poppy's got the link to join, I think. So this was the judgment about the costs. So they had to submit to why they shouldn't have to pay costs. And it was for the first and second respondent to pay the applicant's costs. So Chrysanthou and Porter had to convince the judge that they shouldn't pay the costs. This is what the judge says. Cheap, or I wouldn't be a member. So on the 11th of June 2021, the court ordered that the first and second respondent pay the applicant's costs of the proceedings. So Porter and Chrysanthou have to cough up. The reasons address the question of costs consequent upon the success of the applicant in Dyer versus Chrysanthou injunction. No membership. Familiarity with these reasons is assumed. The first respondent, Ms. Chrysanthou, SC, contended that she should not be ordered to pay costs. So now we get their reasons. Once Ms. Dyer commenced these proceedings, Ms. Chrysanthou took a neutral position as an officer of the court, submitting to the orders of the court deemed fit. Ms. Chrysanthou took no active part in the conduct of the proceeding. She was required to file a concise response and affidavit which set out relevant background matters and her recollection of the conference held on the 20th of November 2020, and she filed both documents. No substantive submissions were filed or made on behalf of Ms. Chrysanthou. Her opening submissions reiterated that she would not advance any position on the dispute, and no closing submissions were made. As to the first two of these submissions, the following observations should be made. Ms. Chrysanthou submitted to whatever the court deemed fit. Her submission that she took a neutral position should be qualified. Before proceedings were commenced, Ms. Chrysanthou, through her solicitors, adopted an adversarial approach, including threatening an application for security of costs in the order of $150,000 should proceedings be commenced. This is not intended as a criticism, but it is part of the context in which the questions of cost must be determined. The neutral position was first indicated at the first case management hearing. Further, it should be noted that in the cross-examination, Ms. Chrysanthou accepted that she had assisted Mr. Porter in these proceedings. Mr. Porter contended, in part relying on Ms. Chrysanthou's evidence, that Ms. Chrysanthou should not be restrained from acting for him. Ms. Chrysanthou was not required to file a concise statement or an affidavit. Provision was made for her to do either of those things she chose. The commencement of these proceedings was necessary because Ms. Chrysanthou had at all times refused to accept that either A, there was relevant risk of misuse of confidential information, or B, irrespective of whether or not there was risk or misuse of confidential information, it was in the interests of the administration of justice that she ceased acting for Mr. Porter. Ms. Chrysanthou's position was shown to be wrong in both respects. Ms. Dyer was wholly successful. The ordinary rule is that the costs follow the event. He lists a whole lot of cases. It has been said that there is often an exception. The party will not be subject to costs from the date of filing the submitting notice. For example, filing of such a notice is undoubtedly relevant to the exercise of the broad costs direction in S. 43 of the Federal Court of Australia Act 1976. However, the filing of such a notice or the statement to the court that a party will adopt such a position does not create a prima facie position that no costs will be awarded from the date of notice or statement. Rather, the question must be determined on the basis of an appraisal of all the facts, in particular context in which the bidding notice was filed or the relevant party indicated in its position in that respect. In relation to materially different statutory provision and rules. The context in the present case has been referred to earlier. In the circumstances of this case, it's my view that Ms. Chrysanthou should not be relieved of an order that she pay costs of the successful party. So isn't that so they've had to pay costs. I don't know how it's going to be divided. The second respondent, Mr. Porter, accepted that he should pay costs, but said the order should be for 70% of the costs in light of the late service of Mr. Hook's affidavit in reply. It's submitted that Mr. Hook's affidavit was A, not in reply, and B, analogous to an amendment. Why did I use big words? In that it gave evidence of what was said at the conference of the 20th of November 2020, rather than simply identifying the topics which had been discussed, marking a change in the way the case was being run. That this change in the applicant's case was said to have added length to the hearing, extending it from 3 days to 4 days. As to the submissions, first, Mr. Hook's affidavit was not served late. Second, it is true Mr. Hook's affidavit was the first occasion on which the applicant put forward evidence of what was actually said at the conference on the 20th of November 2020, rather than identifying the topics which had been discussed. It would have been possible and preferable for Mr. Hook to have identified in his evidence in chief precisely what information had been given, which was confidential. However, there was at least a partial explanation for some of the evidence being given in the first reply. See Dyer versus Chrysanthou. It's now got its own case summary at 4. In any event, though, I do not accept that the evidence ultimately added an additional day to the length of the hearing. Even if it added to the length of the hearing, in a case of this kind, litigated under pressing time constraints, that would not itself would not itself be sufficient to reduce the applicant's costs by 30%. Thirdly, the service of the affidavit does not bear an analogy to an amendment of the pleadings. Mr. Hook's second affidavit added to the evidence. The case remained one which had been identified in the concise statement. The service of evidence did not require any alteration or amendment to the evidence. Amendment to the concise statement. I note in this respect that concise statement is different to what is traditionally understood as a pleading. In Dyer versus Chrysanthou, I rejected an objection to reliance on Mr. Hook's second affidavit and an application for it to be excluded under S135 of Evidence Act 1995, stating at 10. Finally, I do not accept that the concise statement needs to be amended. The issues in the case are clear from the terms of the concise statements, the evidence which have been filed, and the parties' written submissions. The evidence of Mr. Hook contained in his second affidavit gives an account of what was said previously identified in the evidence reference to the topics. The parties sufficiently understood the issues dividing them. As noted, the ordinary rule is that costs follow in the event. In my view, there is insufficient reason to disturb the ordinary rule by reducing the amount of costs varied. For these reasons, the court orders that the first and second respondents pay the applicant's costs for the proceedings. I certify that 9 numbered paragraphs are true and copy of the reasons for judgment of the Honourable Justice Thorley. So, they have to pay costs, essentially. So that was that's how they do that. So that's the update in that matter. So yeah. No, I didn't see the Four Corners report on Mr. Porter. No. I've heard enough about him in the court. Oh, dear. So what do you think about that? The fact that Porter and his barrister now have to pay costs because she was deemed to have a conflict of interest. All right. So I'm going to finish up in a minute. And the only reason why I noticed that Bill's live again, and I don't really want to take people away from Bill. Maybe that's why we've just lost a whole lot of people, because Bill's back. Let me... Oh, yes. No, it's fair enough, Joe, but it should be required viewing for you and all here. Yeah, look, I'm going to go through all the... happy to go through all the... Cactus Bill. She was Crystal Bill. She's Cactus Bill. So if you're interested in the Katie Joy stuff, Bill's going to... She stated it. She said 18 hours online, paranoia and a guilty conscience is what she has labelled it. And I'll put this chat in the comments before we go. Yeah, Cactus Bill. She has the Cacti Club. So there was interestingly, there was another hearing today, and I don't know what that was, but I actually was work. I know she's not for 45 minutes. Yeah, I've just realised that. I just checked that. Recosts. I mean, Joe Dyer was forced to engage a lawyer to force another lawyer to adhere to conflict of interest obligations. It's proper for Chrysanthou to pay. So I guess a question for you, Poppy Seeds, because he didn't talk about how... Good night, Gail. The judge didn't talk about how it was going to be divided. Is it going to be 50-50 between the pair of them, or will they come up with some arrangement? Do you think one should have to pay more than the other? Because Porter said he was happy to pay costs. He only wanted to pay 70%. Does he pay the 70 and she pays the 30? Or how do you think that works? Or how should it work? How would you, if you had to do it, how would you divide it up? Should one have to pay more than the other? Oh. What do you reckon? Hey, Gail, do you know you're the top chatter? Oh, Gail's the top chatter since the 11th of June. Okay. Nightbot says that you're the top chatter. So Poppy Seeds says that it doesn't matter how it's split as long as it's paid. Right. If one doesn't pay, the other has to pay all of it. Sarah loves donuts, you're third. Oh, dear. You were in the top 10 the other day? Yeah. So you reckon it should be based on income? So who would earn? Who would earn more, the politician or the barrister? Oh, and you may be interested to know that barrister has been hired by Bruz for his defamation case. She's been hired for by Bruz. So she's always going to be known as Christian Porter's conflict of interest lawyer, unfortunately. But she also Chrysanthou. Chrysanthou is the barrister would earn more, especially since she's so Chrysanthou, the one that just had to, the one that's got to pay costs in this case. Yeah, I've just realised Bill's not going live to 11. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to give you the link. I might get kicked. Nightbot might kick me. Okay, so depends, to be honest, if the client is acting entirely under the trust of the lawyer, knows what they're doing, I'd be staring at the lawyer to front the bulk. If Porter said he wanted Chrysanthou to fight it to stay on, then he should front the bulk. Interesting. Yeah, all right. And do they have a set time to pay? Is it 30 days? Like, is there a time limit on which it has to be paid? See, I just ask questions and I just leave everybody else. I'm going to try something. If there's an order time frame. Oh, hello, Laurie. Thank you, Laurie. Oh, I'm hoping to have a good weekend. Well, thank you very much. It's really much appreciated. It really is. The channel's blowing up and it's, the community is growing and I'm just, it's just unbelievable to me as to what's going on. So thank you very much for your support. Actually, I was talking about next year, and I was thinking, gee, I'd love to be able to just churn out a couple of videos a day, do my study, and my bills are paid for. That would be ideal, but that's also a dream. So, but you never know where this goes. I didn't expect to even be what I'm doing now. So, that's okay. You take your time. You remember when? Yes, that's the thing. I remember when I was small fry. Yeah, look, I used to start talking just about with 10 people, and it was only thanks to Katie. I mean, I have a lot to thank Katie Joy, really, for, because if it wasn't for Katie Joy, my channel wouldn't actually have blown up. She called me out in a video and said that I was crazy. A little something for Gail in Discord. Okay, I'll have a look. And she said that I was crazy. You would tell people, and everybody wanted to come and see the crazy lady. You reckon I'll hit 2,000 subs by the end of the weekend? Well, there's a giveaway by the end of the weekend, so let's see what happens, hey? If I hit 2,000, there's a giveaway. Did a giveaway for 1,000? I'll do another giveaway for 2,000. And I won't let Harrison talk about the prizes because we know what he wants to do. Give away my MacBook. I should send KJ a fruitcake as a thank you. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's right. Oh dear, somebody just told me that I'm a very poor reader, and it was distracting from the message, and it made it confusing and frustrating to follow, that they want me to practice ahead of time or take a breath to make sure that I've got it. Interesting. Well, thank you. I love some of the comments on that are funny. They crack me up. So tomorrow I will have another video out on this issue. I'm starting to get like KJ and the Duggars. But Kevin Rudd has actually written an article on why he donated to the Duggars. So I wanted to talk about that tomorrow. And other than keeping up with what's going on in the federal court, it will probably, hopefully, it will rest a little bit just so that I can keep an eye on it. But I don't want to be talking about it all day, every day, multiple times a day. So I suspect, and I'm hoping that this becomes a public interest case, because if you look at all the public interest cases, here they are. I mean, the guy that sued the government for the ban from India even got a public interest case. So these are the public interest cases here. You've got Porter versus ABC, Dyer versus Chrysanthou, ASIC versus Melissa Caddick. I've got to do an update on that. Gary Newman versus Minister of Health and Aged Care. He was the one that sued the government. Virgin, ABC versus Martin Kane. Ben Robert Smith and Fairfax Media, The Age. That's happening now. Sandra versus PTTEP Australasia. Friends of Leadbeaters, Possum Inc. versus Vic Forests. Jeffrey Rush versus Nationwide News. And Watton versus State of Queensland. So, for me, there should be Braz versus Shanks. That is why they were sitting there watching you, not doing it themselves. Go figure. Yeah. Well, I tell everybody where I got the article from. You can go and do it. And so anyway, I'm hoping that it becomes a public interest case because it is in the public interest. Now, what they say is that in high-profile cases or in cases where there are a high number of media requests for the file access, they'll establish an online file where publicly accessible material will be provided. So yeah, it's a different Gary Newman. Yeah, I know everyone gets it confused. Buzz versus Shanks should definitely be a public interest case. Going to have to watch this again to make sense of it. I don't try to make sense of things anymore. If only they were football matches. I know. Yeah. Cool, Laurie, thank you. You are so beautiful and wonderful. Thank you very much. I hope that I have provided a safe place for everybody to chat. That's been my goal, to have everybody have a safe place to chat and to be able to express their feelings and talk about a wide variety of issues. You can just leave me to ramble about my own little thing and you can all talk have your own conversations in the chat. That's perfectly fine with me. Perfectly fine with me. So and if you're talking about the Katie Joy without a crystal ball, trying to make sense of that, I wouldn't bother. You go crazy. All right, let's see what Ozbel's put in Discord. Let's see. She said there's something in Discord. Oh, Ozbel. There we go. So amazing and talented. I'll have to send it to Gail. I'll get it to Gail because I've got her on Facebook, so I'll definitely send it to her. That is amazing. Oh dear. Hi Michelle, how are you? Oops. So that's right. Oh, Laurie. Probably none of them can laugh like me either. Oh dear. But thank you. I really appreciate it. The support. As I believe Mr. Fox said previously, less KJ and more jordies, please. Yeah. Well, see, I also have people that say the other. So, as I said, it's going to take me some while it's going to take me a little bit of time to get the balance right because we've got lots of people with lots of different interests. So, I'm just needing to just try and find the balance for everybody. I'm trying. So So life does need variety. And Katie Joy is sometimes really good for a laugh, I have to tell you. Who can laugh like that? Thank you. Yeah. Oh dear. Possibly. I'm still looking at that podcast idea. I'm a great ideas person. And yeah, I'm a great ideas person. I am not great when it comes to oh no, that's all right, Mr. It's okay, Mr. Obvious. It's fine. The laugh is contagious. Thank you. All right. Oh, cool. You can spam the Discord. Maybe Sarah, what I might do is I might put a thing there for music, YouTube videos, and you can just spam as much as you like. Ooh. Oh, look, it would be. So yeah. The Beard Brothers. That is true. All right. So you'd listen to that? I think I would too. So yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting few weeks, I think, as the court cases start to come out. I'm really interested in I want to be a beard sibling. You can be a beard sibling. Bruz brothers, even. Maybe I need to call it Bruz brothers. Bruz brothers or brothers. Beard bruz. Beard bruz, that would be funny. Oh dear. Oh dear. That would be hilarious. Oh, anyway. All right, so I'm going to clock out for the night. I think I'm going to say that 5 times. Bruz Brothers. So this is Crystal Bill's channel. Oh, sorry, Cactus Bill's channel. She's from Perth, Australia, so she's a little bit behind. Mimo says, I think it's entirely fair that you talk about what you want to talk to. There's a development in the situation. It's nice to hear about it, but if there are days you just want to have a laugh, I'll watch it all. Thank you, Honey Ash. Thank you. Yeah. Grace Brothers. Yeah, as I said, I just need to look at what I want, not what I wanted to do. The rapid growth has actually just taken me by surprise. it's given me a little bit of a shock. And of course, now everyone's coming in with different topics, and it's now just trying to balance all of that out to try and make everybody happy. But I'm definitely going to add some timestamps so that you can definitely, definitely. So then you can just pick the selection that you want. So what I'm going to do is that's what I'm going to do now. You forgot to add in time. She's a bit behind in time. I did too. Sorry, Bill. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. So I'm going to put on Bill while I'm time stamping this video. So all right. Cool. Osbel, has Vinny got your 90 yet? Vinny's got your 90. Have you taken it down to Vinny's yet? Bill was talking about that 90 yesterday, last night. Oh, my pleasure, honey. My pleasure, honey Ash. And that's what I want to do. I want to try and keep everything in consideration, whether I do it in a set order so that you know that half an hour in, if you join half an hour in, that's going to be this content, then, this is what I've got to work out. So I said, I meant in time, not anything else. Oh, boy, I'm really sorry if you're watching Bill. Oh, no. You avoid Discord, but you joined. Oh, thank you, Beatrix. No, you had a good laugh. That is good. And what I will try and do is I always will try and start with a lighthearted thing, like the guy that fell off the balcony trying to climb out of his hotel room in hotel quarantine, because that was hilarious, and trying to work out where the $3 came in for the fine, which was $4,003. Like, where? Why? I don't know. But anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me. This is great. I'm really loving the community that we're building. As I said, we've just had really rapid growth, and I'm trying to deal with that. So I hope that you will continue to journey with me. You can always give me some feedback. Carried it in. Poor guy dropped it off today. Carried it in. Oh, really? You did? Did you really do that? Oh, this sketch channel is too good to wind down. All right. So I try and stream every night. I think usually about only Monday nights is when I don't generally stream, but every other night I try and do something for everybody. So anyway, thank you all for joining us. Oh, that's an image that I've got to I'd love, you should have filmed it. I would have loved to have seen that. Anyway, I thank you for joining me. Flick over to Bill if in 20 minutes or so, and have a great weekend.